What is this video? Honestly, I don't know. How I'm making this video, I don't know. That's the funniest part. Why'd you click on this video? Did you have a long day? Did you see the world and just wanted to relax finally? Did you not get some sleep last night and just wanted to listen to something? Can you not sleep? Or maybe just listening to this while you're busy cleaning the house. Anyways, thanks for stopping by. I hope you see this. God, my sister's gonna be so weirded out by this video. I can just tell she watches every single one of them. Anyways, welcome to the channel. If this is your first video, I'm very sorry that this is your first video. Honestly, anything else is much better than this video. It's 9:51 in the nighttime. No one's talking to me. Nothing's going on. Someone's watching a movie downstairs. My brother is playing Destiny 2 next to me in his room. And I am completely solely alone. I just turned off my lights, so now the sound of the monitor is going off in the background, which is merely a TV, which is very interesting. May I add, the resolution could be better. I really wish everything didn't take up so much on screen, which seems always by now. My dog is laying down on my bed right behind me, taking up so much room. Why is he taking up so much room? Honestly, I do not know. He's just irritated, really. He is a Sheltie Australian sheepdog. I don't know. Dogs aren't really my thing. For knowing the breeds. Dogs are awesome though. Cats are too. Any animal. Very loyal, very loved by me. But what am I doing in this video? Honestly, I'm just rambling on and talking. This could be recording. This could be a test for something because I finally figured out how to record with one check with decent quality sound, because usually if I want to record something I need to be on the PS4, most likely on Destiny, turning off all the background sounds and starting to just walk around and do nothing. God, I wonder what the whole background gameplay is. God, my voice sounds so like out of place. This is weird here. I'm gonna take one of the computers that you are fucking taking up. You fucking bastard. Let me take this actually, the blue one. The blue one isn't absorbing so much. Hello. Much better. Okay, so the reason why the quality of the whole thing was so like echoey and stuff was because I didn't have any sound dampener And since I don't have absolutely anything in my room right now, it just reverberated and didn't do anything. So I put a comforter around my head and over the monitor so that it could dampen the sound and you can hear my voice much better now. Now in retrospect, this might get a little bit hot, so that should be very interesting, but hey, we're just 5 minutes in the video and I possibly have like 55 minutes left. I was thinking of doing this video for a long time, honestly, even before last night when I thought about it finally again. Usually I would have like a sit down talk thing on Destiny's living room, make it cut calm, but I felt this was doing it right, honestly. Because, I don't know, it seems more simple. A lot less frustrating to schedule at times where people aren't using the TV, where people are quiet enough downstairs and not using too much TV, which is once in a blue moon. You have to like, it's so hard to get people to shut up sometimes. Well, they are family. But now there's just me in my room, dark, alone, no one talking to me. Everyone's doing their own thing, and I should be asleep. Funny, kind of. I used to love sleep, and I still do. God, I wish I could sleep anymore. I never do sleep anymore. But what's been going on in life? What is this? Well, I am a senior in high school, and that's interesting. I know someone that is... Ooh, 2 people are watching me. That's a new one. I should probably edit this whole shit. Fuck. Podcast thingy. I have no idea. Please don't hate me, God. Yeah, that sounds about right. Listen, stream podcast, can share if you podcast should be podcast live. Done. There, podcasting. I have no idea. Please don't hit me. God. I'm live streaming this on Twitch, which, if you don't know, it's a video game live streaming place. I just do it because this is easiest, and I feel like it doesn't bog down my computer so much, so then I can download the thing and then edit it later on. But what am I here for? I actually have, oh god, on the back burner a few videos. I have, let me go around the documents because, yes, it might be a little bit cringy, but I like to write down my notes. Okay, so I have a retrospective and deep dive into the video game, into the design aspects of the original Legend of Zelda. Still working on a very in-depth video on the development of Destiny 1 and how Destiny 2 kind of just fucks it up. Metroid Zero Mission, I just replayed that, and that's such a good Metroid game. God, it's like, that's my favorite one, honestly. And then One Shot, which, if you do not know, it's a like RPG theme. that's on stream that's like $5 maybe, and I played 9 hours of it, which is the main campaign, basically. Ow, my ISG, sorry if you can hear that through my headphone. Next thing is why I like Undertale, and then a design discussion on Mighty Number 9, which is very interesting because I have not played Mighty Number 9 because it's such a terrible designed game. It brings back so many bad memories. Just everything bad about the NES, and I think we came a long way. Honestly, I don't know. But I have that, and then I have constant video games I'm working on. I'm working on a Legends of the type of game that is top down. That is very hard to code, let me tell you. I'm using GameMaker, and I am taking this course from Heartbrist, and he fixed sprites and the code. It's so annoying, but it's what it is. And then I have a Sonic game that's due tomorrow, which is platforming. And I just have a small level, and it seems so small because it flows so nicely. I love it so much. It's so dynamic though, and I wanted to figure out how to have like a regular old level, and then the next level, like you would have this big donut coming after you and just rolling down like Indiana Jones, and you have to like keep the momentum up, because like I feel like you never have those in Sonic games. I don't know once I feel those. And then the next one would, like, I would love to make a coffee shop one. I don't know why, because like I just listened to like this Green Hill Zone, which is smooth jazz version, and oh my god, it sounds like a coffee place. And I actually do have a few cafes around where I live that I love going to. Good places, amazing atmosphere. It's gonna be an interesting world. The world's going to hell, honestly. My neck. I'm so touchy with the politics and such, which is fun. It's honestly pretty fun to see what's going on. Anyways, what is the average life of a high school? Well, I don't know. Scholarships are a thing. God, scholarships. So many scholarships. I'm actually surprised I'm able to get into a few of these scholarships, because I just immediately assumed that I'm just a piece of trash that no one wants to give money to. But apparently they want to give me money, which is strange. I actually know someone that's going to UMKC that just got like accepted to college, so they don't really care what's going on in high school, and I wish I was like that. God, that would be so much easier. They're having so much fun right now in these classes. They are a good person though. They don't know it. They always call themselves a party people, which they are not. Because let me look up the definition of a party pooper. A person who throws a gleam over social enjoyment, which they do not do whatsoever. Also, synonyms are killjoys, spoil sport, wet blanket. Sourpuss, damper on the fun. That would be such a thing. they're definitely not a party pooper. Why do I say this? Because they honestly aren't. They say they're a terrible person, that they are bad and mean, that people are bad and mean in general. Yes, people are bad and mean in general. Which is sad. But it's also a good thing because you can love the people that you love. Looking for more stuff. That is my phone. And that's probably Facebook. Is it? No, it's Twitter. Weird. Anyways. What do I watch on YouTube? Another thing about it, my most recents are like video game history, which is, I already know everything, which is weird. Anime for some reason too. I don't know why. I have like a bunch of a few things on that. Analysis videos. God, analysis videos. Especially on games like this. God, King K is such a good person with the retrospectives. Destiny 2 lore and everything. Ninja Sex Party with Daniel Sex Bang. Yeah. I am to be strange. Went on a party bus. Oh man, that was an interesting experience, let me tell you. So I went there with a friend named, I'm gonna call her A because I don't like giving out names. Because people find them and it's very strange. Well, A and I went there and she does not know anyone whatsoever at this party. This is my school. Like, this chick was turning 18. And she made sure she said no drugs and no alcohol. Which alcohol is technically a drug, but we don't consider it as like a regular drug and stuff. So we go in, like waiting and like making friends. One of my friends in finance class was actually in there, and he was so awesome. And we got on the bus and we start like having fun, like listening, pictures were being taken of the game, and then we left. And then like music started to play, and then we went to the back because like it was better suited there, honestly. And then we danced. We stood up and danced, and like maybe 30 minutes later, 25 actually, people started to strip, like the dudes, like they had pink underwear on with suspenders and bow ties. They started to strip, and this one small dude started to strip on his girlfriend, and I was like, what the fuck? And then more than 2 football players started to strip, and they were like 6-pack and handles and shit. And then like I was curious, like should I? Let me tell you, I do not have 6-packs whatsoever. If anything, I have flab for days. Oh god, I have flab for days. People say I'm cute, and I'm adorable or something like that. Honestly, I can't remember. There's so many things. So I fucking ripped off my button-up shirt, which was a bad decision in retrospect, because the next day I felt bad and I sewed on new buttons onto there, and it was salvageable, thank god, because that was such a good shirt. And A started to dance, and then this small dude named Brian, I'll just call him Brian. went and started to dance really close to her, and that made me a little bit angry because I care. Because feelings and emotions and human beings, and I got a little bit protective, and I don't want to be that overbearing person, so like I try to keep cool. And I absolutely knew he wasn't like doing anything for her because she does not like smaller guys. Oh my god, that was the funniest thing. And like I asked her about it, and she's like, "Yeah, no, I'll just tear him apart if he tries to do anything funny." And I'm like, "Okay, good." And then later on, I asked to have Frank Sinatra played because I wanted to slow dance with her. Why did I want to slow dance with her? Because I chose to. Because I wanted to. Because that's the only dancing I really like spot on right now. Which, if I don't try not to slow dance when the car is moving, because, and if you are, make sure the pole's next to you, because we almost fell a lot. And then everyone started to chant, "Kiss, kiss, kiss, kiss," and then we did, and that was actually really fun. I liked that a lot. Then the days went by, went hours, then we went home, and then I was tired, and then I fell asleep, and then I worked, and that was fun. That was not fun whatsoever, but I made money. I made a lot of money. God, I love making that money. And then nothing. Just an average life of a high schooler. God, this is 22 minutes so far. Okay. Oh my god. It's getting so hot. It's just gonna air it out. Open up the hatches a little bit. Opening up the hatches does not work whatsoever. This is actually the second time me trying to do a whole podcast, late night podcast, can't sleep. Which, like the first one, I stayed for like 30 minutes or so trying to talk, and nothing came to be. I tried to tell stories, and nothing. They weren't good. But I do this. Why am I doing this? I don't know if I answered this question yet, but I'm doing this because some people really like listening to things when I sleep. I used to be like this. Like a bunch of people listen to ASMR or random TV shows that they love. And I thought might as well make a video of this. So if you've made it this far and it is a very interesting video for you in the middle of the night, hey, how's it going? But I don't know, I kind of just wanted to help the people that wanted something different. Am I catering to an audience? Hell if I know, honestly. If I knew, I would definitely be way more better about it. But it's a thing. Let's make a story. Let me think. There was once a princess who was as beautiful as you can imagine. Blonde hair, perfect fair skin, rosy cheeks. She did not like being saved by the prince. God, no. So she went off on her own adventures, trying to make herself better and do it herself. That did not work out, because then she got captured by a big, smoldering heat of a dragon that was hulking in size. It was basically a giant, but a dragon. Giant dragon. Picked her up by the claws, made sure he doesn't crush her, and he was like, "Where are you going?" And she's like, "Oh no, just fucking walking around trying to be a better princess." And he's like, "Well, I'm gonna steal you." God, my voice is... These stories are terrible. Whew. Please don't laugh. Please don't laugh as much as you want. I regret nothing. Anyways, they fly over to the castle that he taken over. And this castle was filled with gold and treasures, jewels. And he sat her down on this tower in the castle and told her to stay there and just look pretty. She tried to escape so many times, honestly. She tried getting out of the window, making sheets for the rope, but then the dragon found out real quick because she was just dangling there because she didn't have enough sheets. And then she dolphin dived into the moat with the water, got out a little bit, but he heard the splash, so he came out and took her back. And then emptied out the moat. Which in real estate is a bad decision because moats look amazing if you're trying to sell it. And then she even tried like just going down through the front door. You can imagine how fast that was easily taken away from her. She started to think about all the things she used to love. Walking through the forest, riding horses, feeling the breeze in the air, being free as a bird. As a princess can sometimes. But then she remembered a prince that had valor, that stuck to the knight's code, that made sure chivalry was not dead. And she remembered him for what he was, for a person that she might have liked one time, but maybe didn't anymore. Because she wanted to do stuff on her own, because they felt sad, or made her feel bad. But then that one night, he started to think about her too. He had dreams of her sometimes, just doing random things because he wanted to protect her. Because he's a knight after all, a knight in shirt. Then he realized, wait, she's gone. No one knows where she's at. He's heard rumors of a dragon, a mighty fierce dragon that melted anyone that went against him. So he packed up his sword and shield. He didn't want to wear any armor because deep down he knew the armor would have made it very difficult for him to walk around, and he needed to be a bit more stealthy on this mission to capture and secure the princess. So he rode off into the distance, went up to the bridge, and then the dragon saw him coming and was like, "What are you doing here? Haven't you heard of the stories?" And he just looked up to him and he's like, "Yeah, I heard the stories. Got a princess up there?" And he's like, "What's it to you?" And he's like, "Because I'm the one who's gonna take her back." Takes out his sword and his shield and is ready to fight. The dragon just laughed at him, knowing he can easily squash him, but he decided to play with him. He hasn't had any entertainment for a while, not since the princess gave up on escaping. So he started to like breathe fire on him, which he protected himself from a shield, which was one of the most sturdiest shields that you can imagine. It could stop any magic or flames or protected wearer. So he was hiding and ducking and rolling, got himself into the castle, and then the dragon lost track of him and he climbed up all the way to find the princess, and they both stared at each other. She just smiled at him with that awkward smile and was like, "So what you doing up here?" He was like, "I'm here for you. Heard you need a little bit of saving." She started to blush then and was like, "Maybe I do. What's it to ya?" And he's like, "Well, if you don't, I could just easily walk away now. Don't mind me." And she started to walk away and she's like, "No, no, no, I need you, I need you." He's like, "There we go. That's what I thought." So he walked over to her and told her, "This is going to be a very interesting story later on when we're older." And she's like, "Oh, most definitely, yes." And he grabbed her hand and ran off. He had her stay back a little bit while he got the dragon. Now, how he secured and killed the dragon was a very interesting story that would take months to tell you the details, but let me tell you the breakdown basically. So this dragon loved gold. He loved it so much. So the prince then army crawled through, found this golden sword that was one of the highest things that you could do, like one of the highest like valuables that was there because it was magic. Now this enchantment on the sword was for extra damage, +2 in fact. Welcome to Dungeons and Dragons or Magic, either one. So he goes over while the dragon's sleeping because the dragon immediately assumed he wasn't dumb enough to go and stay there. And he knew no person would be dumb enough to try to use any weapons against him. But this one prince was willing enough to go after this princess, and he knew he was that determined that he would do anything to protect her. So he climbed up onto him stealthily, cut his head off. Now the dragon was definitely dead, and Prince just left it there because honestly he didn't know what to do with the dragon's head. Maybe later on he'll just put it up in the, what's it called, Bard Hall, and hang it up as a trophy. You know, those stereotypical plaques, which are very interesting to see. But he takes the princess's hand and says, "Let's go on another adventure." So he goes on to the horse, and she gets on behind him, puts her hands around his waist, and they set off onto another adventure to travel. Because he knew she can deal with things herself and take advantage of a lot of people, because sometimes you need to do that to save your skin. And he knew if anything happens, he can just save her. So they rode off into the distance, having wonderful adventures. And the end. Yeah, that was a decent story. I always wanted to travel. Traveling seems so fun. Ugh. It's getting a little stiff, and it's getting very hot in here. It's 35 minutes. I feel like that might be long enough. Well, guys, if you need anything, just tell me. Like, comment down below, whatever you want to do. You can do it. If you believe you can achieve. Actually, I was proven wrong on that one. That was pretty funny. Facebook. Anyways, I hope you have a wonderful day. And if you did, well, if you did, honestly, I don't know why the endings, I don't know how to say endings. Because, well, endings are always sad. And that's always sad. But when things begin, it's always happy. Be happy. I guess that's the final note. Didn't mean to do a whole quote there. But anyways, have a wonderful night. And if you're drifting off to sleep, or whatever you're doing, I hope you enjoy it. Maybe you'll get a little bit more sleep now, after hearing me ramble. Tell me if you liked this though. I do appreciate it. Good night.